Everything I spit rare, we sounded that great. Area podcast, they talk about hip hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Ooh, let me catch it once again. Every time I'm spitting, I'll be making.
There we go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Tell me the Gunner one's there.
Now we're ready. When you hear that one, you know it's go time. Release recap. So we're going to be talking about a load of, well, all the music really that we've heard that's come out in the last couple of months. So that's sort of between September and October. It's been a little while since we've done one of these. Feels like it's been a busy couple months. So let's just get into it and go back to sort of mid-September time. Nas, Magic 3. We haven't really all sat down and discussed this one yet. I mean, I know it was popular on the chat. Does anyone want to lead? I feel like, Theo, this is your guy, innit, Nas? You must have something to say.
Yeah, Theo's got Godson tatted across the belly.
Trust me.
Oh, it's just that they just proved that they're one of the best hip hop duos ever. And it was just like, there's not even, I don't know, you struggle to say much more really. Magic 3 was just, for me, it was just absolute masterpiece, and it's just masterful how Nas is still doing it at his age, and how he did it as well, to tie it in with the fact that it was his birthday, Big 5-0, hip hop's 50 years old as well, and you're dropping in out a project like that and you're going off into the sunset. You're saying by like that run is unprecedented. Who else is doing that like at that age? It's just phenomenal work and just chef's kiss really.
I don't think he's going off into the sunset. If anything, I think he's charging up and showing that you can have a rap career. Well, I'm sorry, but you guys are going to get onto me for this again, but he's a late bloomer in my eyes. Like now, them last projects he's released, fantastic. But before that, he wasn't really saying much. And so I'm impressed. And you would struggle to show me something that is as good quality as these, you know, the Magic series and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm just being honest.
I'm interested to hear this. Like, I know, like it's wicked hearing you say that, because I think that's better late than never. But like, Kieran, do you think he's elevated them with this sort of recent run? By recent run, we mean the two trilogies. Do you think Nas is better than he was when, like, you know, at the beginning of his career, or like during the classic albums?
Man, that's a tough question. I feel like the taste is a lot better. Like, we've not had, of these 6 projects, we've not had him ever release stuff like this where all the beats are hitting like that since Illmatic. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I know that there's solid projects throughout his career that do have good beats, but in these Hit Boy ones, every single one is like, wow, is this the beat of the project kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the taste is there.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because for me, like, when I, like, Sam, when you say that you feel like he's gotten better, I feel that, I still think, and I know it's the kind of bait thing to say, you hear Illmatic, you hear the first 3 albums, basically, what Nas was doing, you hear the way he was rapping maybe on some, you know, certain songs off of albums like Stillmatic and Godson and whatnot. I don't know if he's gotten much better as a rapper, but I feel like this is the most consistent he's been throughout his career, and I think that's largely down to the production. He's got one of the best producers in the game working with him. The chemistry's obviously grown over time, and I think that's the difference here, is just that consistency. Usually you might get 1 or 2 albums, but then you get another one where, I don't know, Nas is maybe trying something a bit left field, or the beats and the hooks aren't really hitting. You know, it's been a common criticism throughout his career. Yeah, it's that consistency and the momentum. They just kind of have churned them out, right? They're not really taking a break. It's just like, say they've recorded 50 songs.
But saying they're churning it out implies that the quality's dipping. And I'm like, the quality is not dipping. Do you know what I mean? It's like no skips on projects is a crazy thing when you've dropped, what is it, 7 projects? 6 projects? How many projects did he drop in the last 3 years?
It's 6. Yeah, them together is 6.
Well, there you go. 6 projects with a lot of like no skips. Crazy. But that's what I was just saying.
You know what's mad,
like, I don't feel like they're churning them out. I think they're just dropping pure heat. Do you know what I mean? Like,
What are you saying, Theo?
No. The fact that Hit Boy is able to push Nas into a realm that no one else has been able to push, because Sean made a good point about consistency. And you know, when he wants to go left field, Magic 2 is probably the biggest example of that. You're getting him on trap beats, you're getting him on all these like sort of modern hip hop beats that you would never in your mind, never in your wildest dreams hear Nas on. Yet Nas is just sounding phenomenal on them.
And the flows, he's bringing as well.
Yeah, and they're able to
was-
still produce that sort of high quality, which I just think is unbelievable. I mean, when I have Magic 2 as the bottom out of all of them, but if Magic 2's the bottom, that tells you the quality of how unbelievable these 6 projects are, because I just think they're, well, it's just disgusting. It really is.
Feared the 2 points. The way the order can change like constantly though is crazy.
Yeah, it's
between
true.
the King's Disease and Magic series. And the second thing is, we're talking about like how Nas and Hit Boy is like rushing to get out these 6 projects, but the quality is still high. And it's crazy because the Nasir project that Kanye rushed Nas to make, you can feel Nas didn't prepare the bars properly for it. But then like the situation's like flipped, and now it's like he can rush and still create this kind of quality. It's baffling.
100%.
I think he's just in that same kind of groove that Earl and Alchemist are in. Do you know what I mean? Like they're working and they're not stopping. They found a little rhythm and they're just going with it. Like, and you can't deny them type of energies when they come out, because it makes that amazing work.
I think you get this sometimes every now and then, like in the history of the music, is that there'll be a moment in the certain artist's career where they just have this, they can't stop, being creative and producing music. Like look at Doom 2003 to 2005, the amount of albums he dropped and the quality of them too. Like Future sort of around the mid 2010s with the mixtape run, and then ending with Dirty Sprite 2, or not even ending there, but like around that era. And I'm trying to think, there was someone else on my mind that was just the quality and the quantity at the same time. And it's like this as well. I think if you're just on a creative streak and you keep hitting and that chemistry's there, why are you going to wait? Just keep putting the music out and ride that momentum. Run the Jewels was the other one. Run the Jewels was the other one.
They churned it, didn't
2013
they?
to 2016, just absolutely smashing it. Do you know what it is for me as well? Like back to I think Theo said something about it being unprecedented. I mean, I think there are artists around this age that, or artists that have aged like a fine wine, maybe in sort of other areas of the culture, or like, maybe more on an underground or abstract area. We're going to talk about another one soon. But I think in terms of an artist of this scale, someone that is this popular and has had this much mainstream success, I mean, we felt like the bar got raised when Jay-Z dropped 444. But again, the difference with Nas is he's kind of matched that and then went one up with just the sheer amount and quality of the sheer amount of quality music. That's where he's kind of, in terms of his status, like his caliber of artist, has kind of now raised that bar even further. And I'm not sure who from his generation or that level of artist is really gonna, like, whether we're gonna see this anytime soon. I don't know. It is unprecedented, like Theo said.
I don't think any of the rappers that are of his peer group or in that, class of, the 90s to early 2000s is rapping anymore like that. Like, yeah, you could try to say Jay-Z, but it's like, Jay-Z's looking at this like, I ain't got time for all this. Do you know what I mean? He's doing art exhibitions and all other shit.
It's not
trying
just
to be
one
bust.
album.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about one album.
Yeah,
we're talking
no,
about
we're
six.
talking about
Do you know what I
runs.
mean? Like, this is crazy.
Nas is a full-time artist. Like, he's not doing that whole, I'm retired, I'm coming back. Like, he is currently an active artist. Do you know what I mean? Like, more active than some of the bigger artists that that we could name right now.
He's more active than Drake right now. It's insane.
I don't even want to talk about Drake today, but we're gonna have to, unfortunately.
But I think the last thing I would say, before, I don't know if anyone wants to talk about some of their favorite tracks or anything, but the last thing I'll say is what impresses me with Nas is he sounds young and hungry. And I know, like, I don't like really bringing age into it, but sometimes, and it makes sense that after sort of 25, 30 years in a game, an artist can sound a bit weary, a bit like, not as, I mean, look at singers and how, like, I know it's a bit different, but how their voice can change over time. Nas to me sounds so fresh and so hungry, and I think that is a really impressive thing at 50 years old as well, man. The amount of music he's put out, he sounds like he doesn't sound like an older guy trying to keep up with the younger generations. He sounds very, very comfortable on the mic, and that's just
Sounds classy too. Even what is it, based on a true story? Is that what that song's called?
Yeah, based on true events. Yeah, that's the one.
that part 1 and part 2, that's some classy stuff right there. And there's no, unfortunately for him, there's no like play this in the club, shake your butt music. But I don't think he needs that. You know what I mean? Because the person he's trying to speak to, you know what I mean, isn't about that life or isn't even trying to do that. They're just trying to listen to really well thought out raps, and there's so many examples of it for me on the Magic 3.
I think just to sort of touch upon, I think Theo as well mentioned about Magic 2. I think that the difference with this one, it feels a little bit, I mean, it's longer and it feels a bit more fleshed out. I feel like maybe Nas is saying a bit more in here. There's quite a bit of storytelling. I felt like Magic 2 almost felt like a bit of a, like almost like a sparring session. They were like trying out different things. You know, Nas seemed to be experimenting a bit with different flows, and Hit Boy was certainly trying different sounds, not necessarily like experimental stuff, but just different. He was drawing from different inspirations. I think with this one, Hit Boy's kind of is more in his bag. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit off.
The Magic 2 was crazy from start to finish.
Magic 2
from
was
start to
crazy.
finish, it was high energy,
I will
energy,
never
and then
forget
Magic
them.
3 feels like a relaxer.
We made
Yeah,
that
it's
10,
true.
you know.
Oh, no, because it was a gas though. It was a gas, because I remember when I first
yeah.
listened to Magic 2 and I'm like, what the hell is this? It's just when Abracadabra comes on and I'm like, what is going on? It's just like
all 10 tracks are fire, and it's very rare that I say that about anything. All 10 tracks, no skips.
But this one has some heights that I think Magic 2 wasn't touching. Like, this has got some of...
It's got
a couple of these tracks
still,
I would say are some of Nas's best songs.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd still put up there with the likes of his great work from his first album and stuff like that. Like songs like "I Love This Feeling," that feels that's a timeless track.
That is just incredible. I love that song.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite. What other ones, Kieran? Because you said there's a few. Did you say?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like Speechless 2's hitting. It hits me every time.
Speechless
I don't know if
2
it's because of
hits
the way Hit Boys produced it, but then like the way Nas comes lyrically on it, it all just links really good. Like as a standalone song, it's amazing. Then when you compare it to like the fact that we know about Speechless 1, and like I don't know, it just makes you have this weight. Like, wow, he's kind of done it again, but flipped it.
Yeah,
and the other
I like
ones-
Japanese Soul Bar.
Japanese
yeah.
Soul Bar is incredible, because you
That's a
know that
beautiful one.
when it
that
turns
little end
into
section.
a saxophone, when the
Yeah,
beat switches.
exactly.
Oh my goodness me, that is just unbelievable.
But it's crazy to me that Hit Boy is the same guy that made Niggas in Paris, and then he's now making this stuff.
Yeah, it's
crazy,
he's
yeah.
crazy.
I
That
think
is
when he
mad.
spent that time with Alchemist over the last 4 or 5 years or whatever, Alchemist was like, you need to make beats like I do. Not like, like quote unquote make beats like I do. But he's like, hey, look at this. Sample like this and you're going to go far. And it shows. You know what I mean? He learned from one of the best producers that are alive right now. Or best. See, the problem is, I want to call Alchemist a beat maker, but after hearing the stuff with Earl and a few other people, he's a producer fully. But yeah, Hit Boy now, he's a sampling genius and he's a beat making genius and an amazing producer of work. But I'm interested to see who Hit Boy will pick next, because now he's in that position where he will pick an artist and nurture them.
Well, he's got an album coming out soon with Benny. That's done and dusted. That's next month.
Oh
isn't it?
yeah,
It's next
that's
month.
a really
Yeah.
mad combo.
So they're doubling up again.
Griselda's going to blow up.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see
'Cause-
what Hit Boy's going to do with that one, because that's going to be really interesting to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Griselda's going to blow up because there's a lot of people paying attention to, not even like, the 3 acts they've got out and got in your face type thing. People are paying attention to People are paying attention to the producers. People are paying attention to the side acts, the feature artists. Do you know what I mean? It's really kind of building up for Griselda. But I wonder what Hit Boy will produce with Benny. Will he give Benny those luscious beats he needs to talk all that flagrant money stuff, or is he going to take him to a completely different introspective place, like always taking Nas? Yeah.
Also bangers as well, though. I feel like Benny could do a few of those bangers that Hit Boy could.
Benny needs bangers, man. After was it Tanner Talk 3? Was that the last one that we spoke about?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
4, yeah,
After Tanner Talk 4, I haven't really heard much coming out of Benny, really. I haven't really heard anything that's kind of caught my ear other than a few features on, projects that will be mentioned later and projects that came out earlier in the year and stuff. Nothing of his own.
Well, yeah, no, this is meant to
Was
be
there
the
any
big
other tracks,
follow-up
Sean?
to Ben and Proof.
Okay. Is there any more what, sorry?
Any more tracks on this album? Anyone wanted
I
to
mean,
mention?
so we've mentioned Japanese Soul Bar, we've mentioned Speechless, based on true events. I love this feeling.
Both
That's
of
about
them.
it, really. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's the start. Fever was just it got me in a
Beautiful.
weird mindset. I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what to expect, and it was a nice. You know what I mean? Gets your hairs standing up on the back of your neck a little bit. It gets you a bit anxious.
It's that represent bit as
No,
well.
that
like,
represent bit is fire. That
he
bit
hit
is,
those Nas
oh
fans.
god, that
Yeah.
is amazing. I can't remember where it is. No, I think we've touched on all the, but because obviously based on true events, that the second one for me is the first one's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but the second one is just takes you into he just takes you into his own like sort of world. I'm just in a trance.
Oh, it's the way scene one or what, I can't remember what the cue is, but the way they cue it, each scene, it's just crazy. It's feeling like Biggie levels of storytelling.
Yeah, it's crazy. Right, well, anyway, that's the Magic 3. On to the next project here.
I'm having mad.
Hopefully, we'll hear a lot more from
difficulties,
Sean
by the
about
way.
this.
I noticed, you know.
You're freezing it everywhere.
Edit the fuck out of that.
Every 5 seconds, I look at Sean. He's just stuck in like one position, the next position.
I'm done.
Oh,
What
dear.
is he? What is he doing though? What is he reaching around and?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Oh dear.
Nacho biting the wires.
Trust me. Nacho sat on the Wi-Fi box.
Shall we move on to the next project?
Yeah,
That was the
Joe,
cue.
I'll be honest. This group is really, really not controversial, like bad controversial, yeah. But I have a weird kind of stigma against them because of a certain project they dropped that I don't even want to talk about too much right now. But Armand Hammer, We Buy Diabetic Test Strips. What is that title, man?
It's provocative.
It gets people going, does it?
You know, it does. All their titles are dope. They're all a bit wild.
What does that
Haram.
title mean to anybody in here, except for Sean, who's currently? It looks like he's fishing the way he's moving. It's like he's got a rod or something. It's reeling stuff in. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, what does the
What does
title of
that
this project mean?
Well, what is it? Diabetic test strip. I guess like we've consumed too much like sweetness that we got diabetes now, basically. But I feel like it's referring to maybe their music's very like unpalatable music. Do you know what I mean? Their music's very like that if you could describe their food by any flavor, it's not sweet, is it?
Well, why would they buy diabetic test strips?
Well, I don't know, man. Make it make sense.
I'm asking. I don't know.
I think I know.
I'm trying.
Yeah, please. I'll throw this one out to the rest of the class.
I think I know. Kieran, I've got to give you props for that. Like, that was like off the dome, just.
Chelsea, that was a
off the
freestyle and a
dome.
half.
So
That was battle
I did
rap
it-
right there.
Give me the
Hopefully, my
props.
connection sticks with it. Yeah. So I love this album, and I went deep into all the rabbit holes. I was like trying to understand everything, and I'm nowhere near to. But with the title, the way I interpret it is that so in America, as we know, they don't have free healthcare like we do, like the NHS. So you have this situation where people with healthcare who are diabetic get access to diabetic test strips, but in abundance. And then those who do not have healthcare but have diabetes have to buy them. So apparently out there is this kind of like middle market where people like hustlers are buying test strips from people who have an abundance of them and then flipping them to people like, you know, people who are less wealthy at a lesser price than they would in the stores, but are obviously making a profit for themselves. So it's like another way of hustling, basically.
And it's not
That's
illegal.
kind of-
You can't go to prison for reselling diabetic test strips, right?
I don't know. I doubt it. But it's like the way I see this album is it's kind of like an abstract depiction of the urban landscape, right? And
Yeah.
I think this is just a big sort of, not a big, but this is like one aspect of it that they've honed in on and named the title. But I think it's kind of more in reference to hustling.
It's almost like saying we sell dope. Do you know what I mean? It's like we buy diabetic test strips. Like we're flipping a different type of pack here. Okay.
But it's like telling it in a brutal way. Like this is kind of like what society's put us into.
Yes,
Right.
yeah. And this isn't
Oh, okay.
anything
So you're seeing it more as a
particularly new, though.
statement, as in like
It's-
this is what's fucked up over here. We buy diabetic.
The album's all
diabetes,
about
yeah.
how the world's fucked up, innit? All of the songs about that.
I struggle to catch what they're saying most of the time.
Well, like, it's pretty dense, isn't it? Like
It's high level
like,
rap.
Yeah, there's like existentialism and technology, and like there's the whole thing about phones throughout, like in the album titles, and you hear like the sounds and
Even the
this-
titles as well.
The skits was what's making me interested. I was like, this is cool. And I was just a bit like, but what's going on? Do you know what I mean? That's what I was saying to myself the whole time. What was that song called? Woke up and asked Siri how whatever that's called.
yeah.
Props to JPEG Matthew though. He produced so many of the good beats on this project.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the really interesting thing is like he's got the most production credits, but there's also a lot of live instrumentation that you maybe wouldn't associate with this kind of sound. It all sounds pretty industrial, but
Industrial is
digital,
definitely a
but
way
there is
to put
actually
it.
quite a lot of instrumentalists on here, which is
Sure, I'm gonna
it's
be
a
honest with
weird
you. Some of
combo.
this is noise, bro. Some of this album is actually pure noise. Like it sounds like stuff was thrown together. It was making me feel away in some places. I can't even remember what tracks it was, but some of them were just a bit like.
Trauma
was
Mike's
losing.
the hard one to listen to, I think, but
Yeah, that
Is that
was
the one
the
with
only
Pink
one for me.
Seafood though? I like that one.
it is a nice.
Which
It's
one's Trauma
cool,
Mike's? Yeah,
but that one I just struggle. I struggle.
Trauma Mike, the crazy one.
That's my
But yeah,
skip.
sorry, sure.
personally.
Carrying about the instrumentation because for me, I was just like, some places I was a bit like, my body was wanting to buck out. Like I was like, this is like making me feel a bit off center.
I know what you mean, but I think that it is actually it's not like punk where, you know, in the sort of Hey There punk where it was like these people that weren't that good at playing instruments just kind of, you know, gave it
Whacking
a go.
them.
Like there's some top producers on it, but I think that the one that I find a little bit too abrasive is Trauma Mike. But with the instrumentation thing, from what I understand, before they started working on this album, Elucid was doing like live jamming sessions. I don't know if it was part of his tour or it was a separate thing. And he brought in some of these instrumentalists to work with him and Woods, and it kind of culminated in this. But it also sounds like they kind of developed. I know there was a bit of a beef at one point, but they developed a bit of a partnership with JPEG with this, because although he's only got like 4 credits out of the 15, it felt like he provided the bass and people have kind of worked around that. Like even LP's beat doesn't. It's still got that LP touch, but I've never heard a beat like that from him. It sounds a bit different.
It's his wildest beat he's ever made, I think.
Yeah. Kenny Siegel, like they're all very like, you know, they've got their own sound. They're accomplished producers, but it feels like they're drawing from whatever JPEG was doing with his production, and I think that's really interesting. But yeah, do you know what? Like we said, it's really dense in terms of the music, in terms of the content. But on like a very surface level thing, like going back to the whole urban landscape, I mean, this has been done in hip hop, innit? Like whether it's from NWA to Illmatic to Good Kid, Mad City. For me, it's like that. They're kind of just commenting on their surroundings. They're just doing it in this really, really fucking complex way.
Is this where they both go to nerd out when they're rapping? Do you see what I mean? Is this where they go do all that stuff that's too much for the average person? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, as in me. I'm not saying I'm the average person like that, but do you know what I mean? It's like some of it's too much. And considering I can digest a lot of their other music when they're not together, this is just crazy.
I don't know. Do you know what? Sorry, Phil. Just a quick one. I'll let you chip in, obviously. But to me, like I've listened to almost all their albums now, and more than once. And this is like one of their more palatable ones. It's actually quite accessible compared to like. You listen to something like Paraffin, Jesus.
I've only listened to one, and it's this one. The rest of them, I can't.
Even Haram, like Haram is, it's the Alchemist, but the Alchemist goes out there, man. Like he makes some weird and wild. There's stuff on there that is very much Alchemist, and it is palatable, but there's other stuff on there.
Yeah,
and
some of it's not enjoyable.
But what I'd say, and people might disagree with me because I do think there is some like this is maybe more abrasive. But in terms of actually like it feels like there's a real structure to the album and not a story, but it's very thematically cohesive. Like the way that the tracks transition to each other, the content. I think that's maybe what makes it digestible. Because with Haram, it does feel a little bit more like a bit more random in terms of content. But yeah, it's still wild, man. This is still very abstract. But I know that Sam, you're keen to talk about the other Billy Woods project this year, and we should get into that because we didn't discuss it earlier in the year. But I think me personally, and everyone else can speak to it. And sorry, Phil, I know you wanted to say something. I'm going off on one, but I think like I've really got into Billy Woods in the last year or two, or like definitely this year. So like, I'm listening to more abstract music, or particularly abstract hip hop. So this one wasn't so much of a punch to the face as what it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago when I first started getting into it. Sorry, Theo.
I was only going to just concur with Sam's point, because obviously it is palatable in places, obviously, listen, but I won't lie to you. I've obviously gone through it, I enjoy it, but it is so dense. It's taken me ages. And the problem is when I'm listening to it, I'm not in an environment where I can properly sit down and actually take in what they're saying. And that's not frustrated me. It's just like, I can't listen to this unless I'm in that environment. I want to be taking in what they're saying, because it's too complex for me to just be like them spewing lyrics when I know they're saying something like it's so dense and I'm wanting to understand it, but I can't listen to it on a surface level if I'm working, driving in the car or something like that. I need to be in a quiet area where I can just take this all in, and I haven't had that moment yet.
Yeah. It's a pure sit and listen type thing.
Really
I think that's my big problem right now. I haven't had a sit and listen session where I'm in the right place to receive this. Even though I did, when I was first listening to it, I was in bed, which is like probably my favorite place to listen to an album for the first time, is lying down in bed, relax. You know what I mean? Just literally experience the music. But yeah, I haven't had the same time for it like I've had for Maps. And obviously, yeah, Sean called us out on this, that it came out back in May. But I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if it wasn't posted in the group chat. It probably was. But Billy Woods to me is like up there for like top rappers out right now. That project, you can drive to it, you can chill to it. There's some amazing features on there, absolutely amazing features. And yeah, Billy Woods is one of those artists that's like, you know, he's never going to pop off. But in the circles that, you know, that we're technically in, of being a music commentary and all that kind of stuff, or to the people that are really listening, Billy Woods is phenomenal. Like some of the beats on there, so experimental, so different. It's like, if you really like hip hop isn't about the sound that's trending now. It's about, you know, what's new, what's different, what makes you, you know what I mean, go back and go, whoa, what's that sound? Do you know what I mean? It's meant to be a bit shocking. So for me, Billy Woods is amazing, and I'm gonna have to give Armand Hammer a better try now, because I feel like if I want to see the best of Billy Woods, I've got to listen to the Armand Hammer projects. You see what I'm trying to say? So this project made me want to listen to more Billy Woods and more Armand Hammer. So it's one of those ones where they're still building. And when I say they're young, I don't think they're like young. I think they're like, you know, about 30 odd, or, you know, late 20s maybe.
Oh, no, they're like 40. They're in their 40s.
Really? Okay. Well, maybe they're in that Griselda position where they're like, they've got something to prove and they're trying to get as much out as possible.
Sam, that's why they're thinking about dying so much.
Oh, is it?
Like halfway there. So.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how Kieran feels about Billy Woods in general right now.
I have a couple of things to say. I think I'm obsessed with Billy Woods. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been like, there was, like I feel like it wasn't last week, but the week before, there was a couple week period. We were just every day I was just messaging on the group like, oh, this Billy Woods sucks mad. Like I felt like it got annoying, but
your Spotify Wrapped is going to be all Billy Woods.
Can't lie. Like every day I was hearing a new Billy Woods song. I was like, what the hell is this? Like, how did I miss this? First of all, the second, like, what the hell is actually going on in this track? But I had 2 points to say, and it kind of links to Maps as well. The first one was, I feel like we wouldn't have given Diabetic test strips the same attention we're giving it now if Maps didn't drop, because Maps is so accessible. We finally understand Billy Woods in this degree. Like maybe Sean did as much as we're doing now, but like,
no, you're right.
I feel like Maps has gone deep with like how we get it now. So now we listen to this and it's like, oh, he's kind of going a bit harder with the raps, or like the musicology he's bringing in, but it's too left field to like get just from one listen. And that's what I wanted to say about this album. I feel like it's like one of them auteur films. I think I used this metaphor in the group chat. So like, I'm trying to think of let's think of like a Stanley Kubrick film, for example, like 2001 Space Odyssey. You watch it and it's like, you don't know what the hell's going on, but definitely you can watch it in a popcorny way and get a gist of what's happening. But if you really want to understand, which I feel like we all do really want to understand what this album is, you gotta unpack it. But like we don't have time for that. But I feel like at least we can respect. Like I don't understand the whole of 2001: Space Odyssey, but I know it's up there. Like it's probably in the top 10 films, just because of you can see the degree of how well it's made. And I feel like this album feels like that. It's a mad comparison, but it just feels like that for me.
Well, all that needs to happen is for someone in this underground, because let's be honest, this is the underground scene. This is the shadow of rap right
This
now.
is as underground as possible.
Yeah, but all it takes is for someone in the mainstream to listen to this, be like, I want this person on my album, say a Billy Woods or an Earl or, whoever. And then that's it. All these people are now going to be, the mainstream people that are like, oh, I like that. They'll go back and listen to this and be like, oh, he's been borrowing for time. You know what I mean? So... But I don't know who's going to do that.
No, but
Sam,
I said this when I listened to, I think it was Maps or this one, and I clocked I feel like if Kendrick called on Billy Woods and got a feature from him, it would actually make sense because I feel like they both rap on that level of technique. I'm not even putting it in proper words. But
Billy Woods would have done so well on the most recent Kendrick album.
He would 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
he would have fit in so well.
What? And I'll just to add on to, because Kieran, you made a really good point about Maps kind of being this sort of bridge
it's
over
the gateway drug.
Yeah.
To buy and test strips.
I kind of felt like, I think we've all enjoyed abstract hip hop for a while in different degrees. Like whether you want to talk about like the early work of Danny Brown or Shabazz Palaces or
Dr. Octagon,
Dr. Octagon,
even MF Doom as well. Though
it's not new, but I do feel like in these past, more definitely now, it feels like abstract hip hop is entering a zone that Griselda was sort of late, like the late part of last decade into the 2020s, where it was really like this movement. And I feel like with we had the JPEG and Danny album, we had Maps, we got this, we've got another Danny Brown album coming. It just feels like a moment for this area of the scene. I've got so much to say. I might start spewing off stuff. I think Sam, you kind of hit the nail on the head. I personally, I'm not going to name any other names. I don't really want to compare, but I do feel like there's no one on Billy Woods' level right now. The guy is
100%
different, different. One of the greatest to do it. I think the Maps is maybe the best rap album of this decade so far. I think it's just. Yeah, maybe we need.
It's captured a sound that I didn't even know I needed to hear. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I couldn't. I don't think I could accept this from anybody else. From anybody else, I go, this is a bit, bit weird. But it's like when someone shows you something weird and you're into that universe, like how Billy Woods took us, it works.
Yeah. And Kieran, you also hit the nail on the head with the auteur comment. Like, again, we've had this in hip hop. I mean, the prime example of an auteur in hip hop is MF Doom. I think Lupe's displayed those characteristics. There are others, but what Billy Woods is doing right now is on some different level of artistry. Because he's talking about himself and his life, but in such an abstract way. And to bring it back to Armand Hammer as well, because I want to give Elucid his props, but I'm going to be real, and I mean no disrespect. I don't know what he's saying, man. I understand the words, but I don't know what he's talking about. I don't like. Whereas Billy Woods will be like, the verse will start, and I'm like, this is random. Where is he going with this? And he'll go off on different tangents, and then by the end of the verse, it all comes together. And I feel like I understand the sum of it, maybe the parts that no, but the actual the crux of it, I get it. And then I feel like I'm constantly hearing every listen, and this is why and Theo, to what you were saying with this project, it's not something you can just put on anywhere in the background. Like if I'm working, I'm going to start typing Elucid lyrics in emails or get angry with people because Trauma Mike's just setting. I can't listen because it's too much. But if you sit down and just and focus on it, like you would a film, or something like that, you get so much out of it and something different on each listen. Like at the minute, I'm getting stuck on the first 4 tracks of this album. Billy Woods is making these legal references, and I'm like, what is he talking about? But for some reason, it makes sense, and trying to decipher it is really fun. I'm in awe. I've been kind of obsessed. I mean, it's died down a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but I have been obsessed this year. Just going back over last year was, I think, another huge year for Billy Woods with the 2 albums, and there have been other highlights like the the previous album with Kenny Siegel.
That one is just
Hiding Places,
crazy.
but-
Like, I think that's arguably my favorite Billy Woods album. It's not got.
What, Hiding
I
Places?
don't love every track, but I feel like SpongeBob. It sounds stupid, but that SpongeBob track's his best track ever. I think.
Oh, it's insane, man.
He's crazy on that track.
The album cover's amazing too. But yeah, this one. Do you know what? To me, it's like this is going to be a bit of an odd comparison, but I look at it a bit like Outkast, where like Big Boy is clearly one of the best to ever do it. Yeah, but there was just something about Andre. There's just something else, and I feel like that with Elucid and Billy Woods. Elucid is an amazing MC. I'm sure that there are many people out there that understand what he's saying and like appreciate it on a deeper level. But we talk about this when we talk about what makes a great rapper, and there has to be an element of what's the word? Not relatability so much, but just there has to be clarity. And with Billy Woods, I mean, it sounds mad considering how complex some of his rhymes are, but there is an element of I get what you're saying. That to me just pushes him to that next level. And yeah, man,
it's about accessibility though, isn't it? You could say the best things in the world, but if no one can access it or understand it, then you're lost. Or if no one's feeling it, then you're lost. So I think that's probably where Billy Woods is shining, is that you can kind of get some of it, even if it's from a bird's eye view. Like you can still look down and go, "Oh, okay, I see what's going on here," type thing.
But props to Elucid, because Elucid has the one-liners though. He has some crazy one-liners. But again, I don't know what he's actually like, what the bigger picture is, how it links into the theme of the track. But some of his like punchlines are crazy. But yeah, these two are like, they seem to be getting better. It feels like a moment right now, and I can't wait to see what they got next. And again, we talk about Nas and Hit Boy's output, and Billy Woods put out, was it Ethiops and Church last year, and then put out Maps and Diabetic Test Strips this year, and
Absolutely
That's
crazy.
the quality is like actually crazy. Yeah,
madness.
Oh.
It's madness. And we haven't even spoken about like the More Mother collab, and there's just like so
it's not even
much.
the quality as well though. It's like he's like groundbreaking with every project in a different kind of way too. It's too much. I feel like it's a running of that Doom era, like you said, that 03 to 05 or whatever, where everything is this new world he's presenting to us, and I don't think we're too much into it to even like understand what's going on right now.
Yeah, this guy's one of the greatest writers I've ever heard and seen ever as well. It's one thing like listening, but actually reading his lyrics.
Reading his lyrics is proper fun.
It is crazy. It's like reading poetry. It is mad. It is mad. These two guys, Armand Hammer, unbelievable. I'd love Kendrick to, or like someone big, someone mainstream to work with Woods, especially. That would be,
Fingers crossed. I
insane.
think it could happen.
And do you know what? I'll give props to Kendrick as well, because I feel like that Mr. Morale album was a little bit was a bit abstract, wasn't it? There was some weird
places.
stuff on there.
The
Maybe
theme
that
of
was
it.
the bridge we needed. Like we just needed something like that to get us in that headspace to really appreciate this stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, from Billy Woods to Drizzy Drake.
Okay, Drizzy. I don't want to shout because it's late, but listen. This project is rubbish.
That's time you talk on it. I feel
This
like you've got
project
stuff
is
to say.
absolute rubbish. I said earlier I didn't want to talk about Drake, but if someone mentions Drake, I'm going to have to say something. I have an opinion, and it matters. This project is absolute rubbish. I don't even remember how many songs are on there, but it's probably about 3 or 4 that are worth listening to.
No, I've got less.
I think there's less, you know.
And I feel.
there's some-
You know what the crazy thing is? Wait. There's that one song that's good, but the beginning of it, when I tried to play it the other day, it wasn't even the same song. It just transitions into that. I will have the money for fun. I was like, wait, this ain't the song. I skipped forward. I said, oh, it is the song. What is he doing? Why does he continue to make rubbish
you know
music?
What? I feel bad because I was hyping it, wasn't I? And I flipping did I did a flipping dark.
I was so
Dark
gassed.
Lane demos again. Fucking shit.
I told you.
Shit. So dumb.
I was so gassed when this dropped.
He has to drop that bloody single. What is it? Something in Charlotte or whatever. And then I get gassed thinking he's going to do that. That's a fantastic
great song.
And then Sean's like, "Oh, are you doing a Dark Lane demo?" I'm like, "Nah, call it. Drake's coming in with something." And then I listen.
I felt bad as well. I felt like I was hating a bit, but I was like,
notice, and
Trust me, Sean, we were
if you notice
villainising
on
you
the
a bit.
Twitter chat, notice how I was quiet when I said, "Oh, I'm locking in." You didn't, you didn't hear me till first person shooter. That's why. And not even that sound great.
locked in and never came out.
You didn't hear me say nothing. It just dropped, and then I
geez.
was like, "Oh, what the hell am I listening to, man?" And then me saying that this was better than CLB. That's a flipping lie. That is a lie, man. This is the worst.
That's a lie for sure.
Certified Lover Boy had more songs
100%,
I would
100%.
potentially listen to or tolerate.
100%.
It's a
hearing.
listenable album,
this
really.
is the worst. This is the worst one
out.
out of all of them. This whole disco.
But the thing is, right, 8
Oh,
PM in
it's-
Charlotte
it's
is so good. It's
Yeah.
so good. I keep listening to it and I keep going, this, just
Exactly,
give me an
I
album
know.
of this and I'll give you your title of what you want to be called. But realistically, right now, the four songs that are worth listening to, they all sound like they're from different projects. Do you know what I
Can
mean?
you
One
name
sounds like
them?
it's from a
'Cause I'm
boom bap
baffled.
album. One sounds like it's from a trap album. The twerk one, the Rich Baby Daddy, that sounds like
that's a
it's
cool
from
song, yeah.
from a City Girls album. Do you know what I mean? Like, where's the? Do you know what I mean? Where's the cohesiveness or where's the journey? It's just like a bunch of random. It's like a playlist on shuffle.
the
Content is
content's
so
awful.
trash as
It's
well.
awful.
On every track, like nothing.
But
It's not bringing anything other than like just hating on some new like teenager or whatever.
Can I just say though, like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is quality-wise the same as some of the projects I'm about to mention, but this has been and this is the key word, formula. This has been the formula since Views. Like, it's
Oh no,
a whole bunch of shit out.
no, it's not.
Really.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
just that-
You're right, Sean.
It's Drake is again. There'll be an episode at some point where I gave my full spiel on what I think happened with Drake and where I thought the turning point was. But I think since then, the man is like, listen. There's a formula that works. I think for him, music is more of a sport than an art. And I don't mean to disrespect him too much, but I just think it's about maintaining relevancy and hitting numbers and this and that. And this is the bare minimum. This is all he needs to do in order to maintain that. The only difference is, and I said something earlier in the year, and I felt immediately a bit bad because I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but I think I said something like, remind me what song it was as well, what feature it was, where I said, like, for me, it was the first time I was like, oh, Drake sounds a bit washed.
Jay
Remember
Huss.
was it the Huss one?
Yeah.
We were all
I
saying
felt
that because that song is
But
terrible.
I felt bad because I was like, Drake has actually achieved a hell of a lot, and we've all got there's moments, there's memories, there's projects that, and he's cemented himself, his legacy and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, but that was the first time I felt it, and then I felt bad, and then I heard 8 AM in Charlotte, and I kind of did what you did, Phil. Where you're like, oh my god, like this is actually hard, and but then I heard this, and I was like, no, this now Drake is starting to sound a bit out of touch.
Like
And it's
straight
weird,
up
because he's
washed.
riding waves like he's been doing, but before it was kind of seamless and it still sounded pretty good, whereas now it's actually not sounding that good. And we're talking about a man that's in his late 30s as well, saying some of the stuff he's saying, and I don't want to get onto him too much about that because I think people are going a bit too far.
I want to say this, yeah, and it's not anything like against him or his family personally, yeah, but his son doesn't need to be on a project talking that gibberish.
Oh my god! He's dropped the freestyle as well.
That verse, when I was listening to that, I was like, what is... Because you know what's funny? When I was listening to Speaker Box, The Love Below, yeah, I think Big Boy has his son or his daughter
he
come
does.
on.
He does.
And they actually drop an all right verse.
Big Boy's
They
son.
do the business.
And he's
Yeah.
riding the beat. But this, I was like, what's going on?
No,
not
but
his
why,
word,
he
dude.
then
It's
promoted. He dropped the freestyle. His son, yeah, Adonis dropped the freestyle. You didn't see that?
His son's open mic doing freestyles and stuff. And again, I just want to just
And it's
say this
terrible
like,
as well, by
on
the
wax
way.
as well, so it can't be misconstrued. I love it when people put their children on their project and highlight their kid, but that you
I
can
know
have whatever.
it sounded
like,
awful. It sounded
it's
terrible.
just-
Literally, he's not even in like rhythm with the beat. He's like off. He's like,
Forget about rhythm with the beat. He's literally saying nothing.
But that's what Drake. It sounds like the product of Drake,
that
though.
is-
It's like I'm not even surprised. That's what Drake's kid sounds like.
The artwork, the one thing though, the artwork goes hard. The artwork is giving me a vibe. Yeah, I
The
don't know.
artwork's
It's giving
hard.
me
I think
something.
Adonis drew that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
It's a
artwork is
good
giving me a
drawing.
crazy vibe. I don't know what vibe it is, but I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling that. Yeah, but That verse, boy.
No,
I think this is the thing, though.
For Adonis.
You gotta think about like the universe. Like I think Adonis drew this picture, and Drake was like, "Oh, that he wants me to be this like mob boss." So Drake starts spitting with that whisper voice.
No, it's not it.
It's just not it.
Yeah, I forgot I said that in the group.
At all.
Why was Drake
no,
whispering
that
so
was,
much?
Yeah, that was annoying.
I don't know.
That was,
You know what though?
pissed me off.
Who said? You know what? Was it Sean?
Listen, like I don't get me wrong, I get why that people maybe don't like that, but do you know when he did that, kind of did that for the first time on the Travis album? I was like, yes, Drake, this is a bit different. You sound like I don't know if this is a character you're playing, but you sound inspired, like you're going for something, whether it works or not. But for me, it was like, okay, do you know what I mean? But a lot of what he does is there's just no energy to it. It's just like.
It's just random. He's like, I'm rapping. I'm whispering.
Yeah, it was annoying.
What is this?
Because on Meltdown, though, that worked, though, Sean, because he's actually barring on that as well. And with the whispering, and it was in touch with what he was saying, actually just, like, that was actually like, oh, this is nice. Whereas this was...
Okay, I'm not
No, it was, because what he actually did on Meltdown was fantastic. Yeah. I actually thought, because the whispers, like, they matched with what he was saying, and the intent on that feature was great. The whispering on here is just like, nah, I've had enough of this. I don't know why you have to whisper all the time. And I don't know, it's just annoying. And it's just the title of this album, so flipping misleading. I don't know why I had to forward the dogs. Don't give me none of that malarkey.
I don't like it, man. I feel like, it's making me think like, okay, we call men dogs when they're like the most like scummy type of man. So it's like, I don't know what this album is about.
You nearly killed Sean.
Is that what he's saying?
You got Sean chewing the water out here. He nearly choked on that.
I'm spitting truth.
No, do you know what? The title had me thinking that it's going to be like what's that one? The one with this a rolling now that stop. What shit? That's an example of him whispering where it's good, or whispering-ish.
Oh yeah, he was doing that back then.
What is that project? I can't remember.
Was that on Scorpion?
Is that Scorpion? It might be.
I don't know. But this is the thing. Like, it's not. And this is like, I don't necessarily think that Drake makes bad music. Or like in terms of like a whole project, it's not bad to me. It's just it's not memorable. It's very. We've said this before. It's very middle of the road. It's uninspired. But the only difference now is, especially with this one, and maybe I'm being a bit harsh bringing up the whole age thing and that, but it just feels like it's a bit out of touch. And we spoke about Nas and how fresh he sounds and how current and blah blah. Like Drake is now for the first time sounding like he's kind of his hamstrings started to go. He's not running as, you know what I mean? Like he's not keeping up with the newer generations so much. It's like maybe you need to drop down to the Saudi league or MLS or something like that. He doesn't sound like the same. I don't know. It's all a bit.
I'm looking over his discography, right?
The right word.
And in the last 5 years, he's actually dropped some of the best music he's ever dropped. Lemon Pepper Freestyle, Scary Hours 2.
Yeah, like the mature tracks. Yeah,
Only You Freestyle, Grease.
You'll always get one or two.
No, but he's been dropping big songs. I'm just a bit like, so where's the cohesion where you go, I'm on something here, let me do a project of this. Do you know what I mean? Why does it all have to be in one project?
But again, it's like I don't think, and this is why I think I'm trying. Like I'm just not bothered about it anymore. Drake doesn't. It's not his aim. I don't think he's trying to make like a cohesive body of work. I don't think he's in an artistic place. I don't think he's been in an artistic place for a long, long time. I think he just knows that this works. But I do think that, especially the way, I mean, you know me, I'm not really online like that, but this one's felt like there's the most criticism.
Oh yeah, hardly anyone likes this album.
In relation to any of his
work. People.
Yeah,
no one likes this album.
I haven't heard anyone like this album.
And it feels like the momentum is starting to die down. And now this is a crucial part: is where is Drake gonna kind of fade off? Is he gonna keep doing this and like kind of harm his legacy, or is he gonna like maybe try and do what a Jay-Z or a Nas has done and take it to that next level? I don't know. I'm not sure. But he's capable, because we get songs like, what is it?
Honestly, that song is phenomenal. That's what pisses me off. So do I.
I keep listening to that song, and every time I catch something different, and I go, "Yo, what? This is fantastic."
Because when he produces songs like that, I'm like, see, this is why I still have this sliver of hope that Drake will produce an album of this. because when he drops tracks like this, I still have a
He's been doing
sliver
this
of
for
hope,
so long, man.
I still have that sliver of hope. He keeps doing this to me every single time. It pisses me off, man. Every time.
Do you know what though? I'm happy for it. I'm happy that I got
whatever
that
spark
song at
Drake
least.
had, whatever motivation Drake had from a artistic MC perspective, I think that died with Meek Mill, man. The whole, that hurt his soul. I think the whole.
Meek Mill, you sure it wasn't Pusha T that did him over?
Pusha T made him lose his way. Like he was like gone clear from then.
But the thing with the Pusha T thing was like he definitely that had the immediate sort of gut punch. Like in the moment, it was a huge deal. But like in terms of Drake's popularity and his trajectory at that point, he was bigger than ever. It didn't really harm him in that way. But when I'm talking about harming, I'm like, I think because Drake's always been like, he's kind of been bullied like from the beginning. Everyone used to call him soft and this and that, and he wasn't really respected by. Although he had like cosigns from people like Bun B and Wayne, and he didn't really get like respect from purist fans. People that were really fans of like hip hop. And I feel like he was striving for that up until the Meek situation, and then because now he's always going to be tarnished with the ghostwriter thing. And that to me is where it was like, do you know what? I'm never going to win these people over. So let me just go down this pop route and break these records and sell these that's just my opinion. The Pusha T thing I don't think was that harmful really, because most of the people listening to Drake don't really know who Pusha T is. Do you get what I mean? Whereas I don't know.
Everyone knows who Pusha T is. Let's not lie.
No, but I'm talking about like a lot of Drake's, a lot of people that listen
Drake's
to Drake
fan base is a new school fan base, yeah. But the problem is he's old, so that fan base is going to go to the Lil Babies, the Gunners, the whoever else is coming up, or the Lil Lil Yeet.
Because didn't he have a track with Lizzo Touchdown?
Yeah, or Yeet. Sorry,
even little. Is it even Little Yeet?
There's no Lil in his name, man.
Doesn't matter. Every new school rapper is Lil something.
Is it just Yeet? Oh, man, I don't care. I lose track. How many little rappers are there? No one's big anymore. They're all little. But okay, it's just Yeet. But anyway, Tizo Touchdown, that track Amen, as the first time that Drake has tried to like mix it up with the new school, and he just sounds washed on it.
Sounds weird.
I won't lie, and he's not sounding in touch with this new generation
I've got
anymore.
beef with Tizo.
Why?
You sounded like Andre 3000. I don't look at. When I first listen to albums, you know me. I don't look at the track list. I like to go in surprises all round. I keep thinking he's Andre 3000, and I get hyped up, and then it's definitely not Andre 3000. Do you know what? But that's the thing. Someone said, like, we're talking about age, and I want to. This is a more fair point than all the other shit. People know what I'm talking about with the whole age thing. But I think, do you know what it is? Is that a lot of us we grew up with Drake, right? He's a bit older, but similar age. So you kind of related to the things he said, or we were in spaces where the music made sense. I feel like our generation has grown past that. Like most of us are like, we're settling down. And when you hear Drake still talking about the things he's talking about, it's not relatable anymore. It don't sound as cool. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that kind of core fan base that grew up with the music is starting to just get a bit tired of the same content over and over again.
He's never taken a break as well. That's the part that confuses me. He's never taken a break, but how has he come out of touch? You see what I'm trying to say?
But yeah, so this is where I'm a bit confused with this one. Is that true. He's still working with the so-called like the new hot upcomers, or the new generation, but it's just not. It's not sounding as. I don't know if seamless is the right word. I used it earlier, but it just. I don't know. It's just a bit clunky now. It's not as cool as it used to be.
Well, if you're old and you're trying to be cool, you're already doing something wrong. You see what I'm trying to say?
But you know how like Jay-Z was able to.
Jay-Z's cool for a different reason, though.
But just like
he's doing his own thing. That's why he's cool. Like, it's cool to do your own thing.
Yeah,
Drake doesn't do his own thing.
But the thing is, and this is why, like, I've always understood the Drake and Jay-Z comparison, is that Jay-Z did ride waves as well. It was just a bit more subtle than Drake. Like H to the Izzo, that's Snoop Dogg. Like, do you know what I mean? Like he's always like borrowed from things, but in a very, to me, like, sly way.
Yeah, but this is the thing though. Jay-Z never lost the artistry. I can't point to a time where Jay-Z Jay-Z hopped on the Beyonce tracks, and those are pop tracks, but he still came through and he was Hova. Drake jumps on a pop track and he's somebody else. Drake jumps on his own album and he sounds like somebody else. Do you see what I'm trying to say? He doesn't sound like himself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if Drake
completely
is a
agree.
character now, or if Drake is just evolved.
I'll say I saw him live for Views, and I didn't know what I was looking at. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen a few rappers before that as well, like and acts, whatever, rock, pop, whatever. I don't know what I was looking at. It looked like a comedian that was just like lip syncing in some tracks. It was just wild.
All right, let's try to get out of this Drake chat because it's a pointless conversation. We don't like it. The masses don't really like it. And I think for me, I'm being honest, and I've said this before, Drake's not going to trick me with a single that's hot. And he's got one more project. And if I don't like the next project, then I'll have to put him on that banned list. Do you know what I mean?
And the thing is, I want to try and be respectful and put a more positive spin on it. I think the thing that is, like I say, I'm not too bothered about this, but just the thing that is kind of disappointing is that he has actually given so much to the culture and has cemented a legacy. And I just don't want to see him go. I don't want to see him go down this path. I don't want to see him go down this path. Do you know what? Do you remember when we were? I can't remember who we were talking about, but I think we're talking about who. Basically, long story short, I said something like, "I'd love like Eminem to work with the Alchemist, just like get in with a top producer, make a concise body of work, blah blah blah." Imagine Drake did something with Conductor after that 8 p.m. track.
That was cool, wasn't it?
That would be incredible.
Just give us even if it's a 6-track EP, just something like that, something concise. If you want to play your mob boss character, whatever, like do that. But
we like that.
to an extent, some of the stuff he's saying, if that's true, that is fucked. Like he's implying
he actually says some mad stuff on 8 a.m. Charlotte.
Yeah.
He's never said like it sounds like proper gangster stuff he's on.
Yeah, that some of it is let's not go there. But listen, Drake, I hope you find your artistic inspiration again. But
find yourself.
It ain't looking great.
Shout out to Drake. Everyone who listens, you just know Drake listens as well, yeah.
The last one, I know it's just come out, and maybe we can segue into just talking about the UK scene in general. But CASISDEAD, the new album. The first full-length project, Famous Last Words. Is that correct? I feel like he's been around for ages.
Right.
But
He's been around for ages, and he's dropped a lot of crazy songs. But honestly, CASISDEAD is one of those things where it's like, I don't understand if it's a character or if he's had something happen to his face or whatever. But I just never really get around to listening to him. But he comes up all the time in features and whatever else, and he's one of the best in the country. But for this to be his first album, I'm just confused. Like, was he part of that kind of, that era where there wasn't really much money in the scene, so he didn't really have the money to, say, go studio or promote his stuff, and now he's finally got that attention, he could do it, and he's just getting his payday? Or like, Sean, you probably know more about this. What's the deal with CASISDEAD?
Do you know what? I don't, but I get the impression that he is just a very elusive character. I think we know that from The Mask. I think from the output of his music, there's a lot of singles or sort of sporadic bursts of singles, and there might be a mixtape here or there, but it's almost a bit like a Jay Electronica situation where there's this guy out there. I'm talking about Jay Electronica before recent years, where there's a hype building, but the actual what we're waiting for, that sort of debut, that full length project has not come about, and finally we've got it. But he's just to me is a very artistic, elusive, kind of one of a kind. I mean, I know Theo's got some stuff to say about this one, so I won't say too much. But on the initial couple listens, I mean, I haven't really digested it properly yet. But this is a very cinematic album. There's a story here. It's clearly influenced by sci-fi and stuff like that. It's kinky as fuck if you're into that. The first few tracks, especially, there's some wildness being said. This one, I'm looking forward to listening to this one on a nighttime drive. So, Leo, I'm going to hand it over to you. I know you got some stuff.
No, because I just come into the project and then I'm just thinking to myself, I can't even go. I'm like, Damn, man, this guy just likes his fat patties, man. I'm just like, bloody hell, how many times does he says it? And it is kinky as fuck. If it's not talking about the batty, I'm talking from behind. It's not talking about them breasts. It's something else. I can't wait to put my hand up the dress.
Yeah.
Just something else, man. He's just creating this picture, and I'm like, Jesus, man,
in
God.
Razor
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild because I stopped when he said that. I paused the track. I was like, "No, my man is." I was like, "My man is not just said
What's wrong with
that." And I had to
spitting
play it
mouths?
again.
This is turned into a different podcast. But hey, listen, don't worry. If you're down for the cause, you're down for the cause.
That was some delayed reaction. I think I said it, and then
I just
like stared into space for like 30 seconds. And was like, what?
I was listening, but I was like, wait, okay, it might be kinky, yeah. Well, listen, let's just put it out there. There's people out there doing the vanilla thing, and there's other people that got different flavors, right? Just let them do what they're doing. CASISDEAD is on the freaky stuff. Let him do what he's doing, all right? Shout out, Cass.
No, he can do what he's doing, man. I just know my man likes the fat batty, man, and that's what he's looking for.
He's on some stuff.
I can't blame him.
Is that all this is about? Is the album just about bums?
No, there's a story but I need to.
No, it's more than that.
There's something going on. There's skits. There's a female character that's like they're talking to each other. I don't really know. Like it came out on Friday. This is Monday, so need to properly digest it. But it's like I said, it's very cinematic, and it's cool to hear that from the UK as well. I feel like we don't get that so much where we get a project like this where it feels like a lot of time has gone into this one.
Well, there has literally like
10
years or something.
Yeah, I'm not blown away, but it might grow on me a bit more. But it's there's certainly, like I said, there's a story there that's to be unpacked. You just got to sift through a bit of smut and a bit of kink and. And the last thing I'll say is as well, is really like it's got this 80s feel to it. I don't know if you got that feel from the production. It's very
Oh no, it
80s.
Yeah.
And
the singles reminded me of like Blade Runner kind of.
Yeah. But even like I love the album cover. Like heavy Blade Runner 2049 vibes. There's even like I don't want to spoil anything. Well, I'm not spoiling the plot, but there's like some shootout at the end, and it's kind of wild actually. I'm looking forward to listening to it more. But in terms of like the UK, then over the last couple of months, is there any standout projects or singles that anyone's been listening to?
Heady One and fucking K-Trap, Park Shin-Hwa. When that dropped, I was gassed, and I'm still gassed because here's the thing with UK rap, right? As much as you want to complain about the content and the violence and all that kind of stuff, some of the flows these guys are coming up with are absolutely crazy. And K-Trap is one of those people that creates new flows. Also, Digga D, I think just recently dropped a project, but I'm a bit lost to Digga D. He's on some strange stuff. And when I say strange stuff, I don't mean like something that can get him cancelled or anything like that. But it's just he'll drop a hard freestyle, he'll drop a hard song, and then he'll just drop something that's like he has fun, and I don't like the fun he's having, if that makes sense. It's just not for me. Like he did some song a while ago about being a geezer, and I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. But yeah, that song, Heady One.
Wait, what?
K-Trap. Have you not heard that song?
Was it like some Pete and Baz?
It was. Well, don't talk about Pete and Baz. They got some fire.
They've dropped some new stuff. You know? They've dropped some new tracks, man. That new track is fire by Pete and Baz.
Listen, if Armand Hammer went up against Pete and Baz in a versus, I don't know who's winning. That's all I'm saying. I do not know who's winning that.
Literally, you need to check it out. Check out Longthorn Freestyle by Pete and Baz. That was only 7 days ago they dropped that.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Sorry, what you saying about K-Trap though? Because I'm with you on the flows with K-Trap.
K-Trap's one of the best in the country because he treats it like a job. But when he treats it like a job, he's like, right, if I'm trapping, I'm always trying to make a better product or have the best product on the market. And so, rapping is his new trap. And boy, he is in that studio going absolutely crazy. And obviously, when I say the vocabulary is limited, I mean he's always talking about the same type of thing, right? But the way he can switch it up and change up the flow, it's fantastic. He does amazing hooks.
Yeah, you love K-Trap. You do love K-Trap.
I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. I believed in him from the start.
Yeah, I was aware of that. That single anyway when that came out. That was I enjoyed that as well. Anyone else from the UK? I know Nine's dropped another project. That's two albums from him this year. Has anyone been listening to Nines?
I just can't deal with Nine sometimes.
I didn't check that project. I didn't even know he dropped another project out. Obviously, I checked the first one. I didn't even know he dropped the second one.
Yeah,
Crop
the things
Circle
with Nines.
How do you do that?
Every time I listen to Nines, I'm always impressed. I'm always enjoying it. But Crop Circle 1 was good. Crop Circle 2 was good. And I haven't heard Crop Circle 3. I don't think I want to sit through a whole Nines album.
No, really.
Wait, you're telling me he dropped a crop? He dropped
Crop Circle 3.
the Crop Circles 3 in the same year as Crop Circle. What?
Yeah, he's on his Nas. On his Nas.
Too much.
Oh, I have to check that out. Obviously,
I don't even have time to listen to Crop Circle 2 yet.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like,
oh no, Crop
I
Circle
need
2
time.
is not. I think that's decent. That's decent.
There's that
I was
Posse
like,
cut
that's
that was
Return
nice.
to
Crabs in a Bucket
Yeah,
or whatever it's called, Crabs in a Barrel. That was a great album. Nines is fantastic, isn't he? But
That was a great album, yeah.
the real problem is
Yeah.
To sit for a Nines album is a choice. It's not like a pot of paper. I know I'm going to hear some of that street stuff. I'm going to hear some of that real stuff. With Nines nowadays, I'm not sure if he's on dropping just like straight pop bangers, because he did a song with Tion Wayne that I quite enjoyed. But again, Tion Wayne's like it's like the UK Meek Mill. He's just always shouting from across the room. Like, it's just a bit much.
Oh, trust me. That's what I'd have to turn him off, man. He pisses me off. He pisses me off. I see Tion Wayne, I'd like skip.
He's a great rapper.
Man.
Don't get it
Can't
wrong.
be dealing
Tion
with
Wayne's
that
got some
guy.
bangers, but yeah,
Oh, he annoys me, man.
I'm lumping
He really
him and
does.
Nines and a few other rappers in the same barrel or same bucket, where it's like, I like your stuff, I like it a lot, but I have to be in the right place to listen to it, and I don't think I'm ever really in that place to accept whatever it is you decide to put out. I might hear some of it, but I'm not choosing to listen to the whole thing. Why is everyone laughing? I'm just being honest.
No, I love the way you put it.
No, do you know what? I like Nines. I think he's one of our greats, especially in his lane. But I think coming back to the whole Billy Woods thing, I think I've been so obsessed with him and that kind of style of music. I've just not really tapped into certain other things. Like I've listened to the both albums once, and it's Nine. So like I enjoyed, a good portion of it, but it's just not stuck with me, if I'm honest. But that's only just because I'm listening to other things at the moment. In terms of other UK artists, I don't know if you remember, I think it was last year, there was a new artist called Jeshi that dropped an album called Universal Credit. I think he dropped an EP recently that's there's some different stuff on there. I think I shared one of the singles in our group. But if you want something a little bit different, a little bit grimy and skippy in some places, but he's also he's trying out different things on the EP. He's clearly just like testing stuff out, but that's someone a bit different, a bit more low key. Another legendary artist dropped as well last week, I think, or just like maybe 2 weeks ago. The Streets. Anyone got to that new Streets?
I heard about that.
Oh, I haven't got to it yet because I know they've dropped. I really need to get to it because apparently it's decent. This album, isn't it? It's meant to be quite good.
I think
But
there's some
that's
there's some bits
consensus
that are a
I've
bit
got.
out of touch. I'm not gonna lie. Some bits.
Well, I was
I'm
going to
just
say
like,
he's made it just in time for the cutoff for the awards, so I'm going to have to listen to it, unfortunately. But yeah, I haven't got a chance
I'll
to
listen
yet.
to it definitely.
Well, what do you mean, Kieran? Have you been sitting with it then? Or?
a little bit. I feel like I flicked through it once, and then I just listened to some songs I liked, like Walk of Shame and Shake Hands with Shadows. But there were some tracks I was just like, I don't think I ever want to listen to this track again.
Oh,
I don't know if it wasn't like on that like Armand Hammer abrasive kind of thing. I was just like, I don't know about this.
What, in terms of the content or what they're saying, or what, like the music, or what?
Maybe I just wasn't getting it. The thing is, it's come out with a film, so I feel
Yeah,
and this is the same thing with
that's
Astro.
what I saw then.
Not Astro, sorry. Flipping Utopia. Like, there's a film with it, and I feel like we need to watch these things to actually understand.
I think that's why I haven't. That's the truth. That's why I haven't listened to Crop Circles, and that's why I haven't listened to this. It's because there's a whole film that goes with it, and I feel like I need to either listen to one then watch the other. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see it all together. But it's the streets forever for me is just all about dry your eyes, mate. Like that. That's all he's got.
I've got this guilty pleasure from UK as well. I'm not gonna lie, like guys, it's actually embarrassing. You know, I feel like you're gonna cringe or call it corny, but I was listening to that Devlin track with Ed Sheeran, and it's alright. You know, you know, man.
Oh my!
It's actually because the thing is, it's actually like it might be one of the corniest things. Like it's called the Great British Bar Off.
No, do you want to hear the truth?
know,
Yeah?
man.
This sounds so peak when I say it, yeah. And obviously, Devlin's a local guy, yeah. He's from Dagenham or something, so he's close.
Very peak.
What every time Devlin's rapping, why does it sound like he's trying so hard? Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't. It just sounds like he wants to rap so bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just really need him to like. I've never heard him sound like he's all right on the beat. He's always like. He's so grateful for the opportunity. Like it's just, like I don't know how this even makes sense, but I'm going to say anyways. You know when you're in the shop, yeah, and the person says to you, "Have a nice day," and you say, "You too," or they say, "Enjoy your food," and you say, "You too." You go, "Oh shit, why am I saying this?" That's what Devlin's rapping makes you feel like. Oh, why am I? How did I get here? Why have I said these things? You know. No one understand what I'm trying to say.
His voice is hella gravelly still. I don't know what's going on with the
He
voice.
just sounds so grateful. Shout out Devlin every time.
Yeah, Devlin's got some classics, man. Jesus,
It's a baby in your world.
as in
man.
like
that I
do
could tell
remember when he
you
went at
one
Wiley
Devlin
way
song
back? He went at Wiley way back.
and lost quite clearly.
Who hasn't? I don't know about that, but oh shit, you throw me off. That was just a mad comparison.
Devlin's for people that wear them tracksuits that make that shuku shuku sound. You know, the shell suit and smoke weed. That's what Devlin's for.
That's not wrong, you know. Listen to this new track. You'll see the way Ed Sheeran comes in. It's different. Ed Sheeran comes in like CHAV, like it's mad. It's mad.
Isn't Devlin like 40 years old? Nah. Anyway,
Sounds
sorry,
like a
Devlin.
gas kid on this track.
Sorry, Devlin.
Hat-trick trainers.
Do you know what? Okay, I want to say one last UK artist, and well, I want to say one last UK artist, Christelle, however you say her name. She's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know about Rodents. I don't know if that was the one from Top Boy, but she's always been crazy.
I think it was because I watched Top Boy. What was it like? Month and a half ago, and it came out. There was that scene with the freestyle.
Oh yeah, we changed the Blue Story for a second.
Recording. And then I heard that single and was like, oh, that sounds like the song on Top Boy. So I think it is. But I like Christelle. I think you put a song.
Yeah, I've been listening to her for a while. She did a BBC freestyle with the legend that is George, who I just saw this month at the Jazz Cafe. He absolutely killed it. But yeah, she did an amazing freestyle there. And I was like, who is this Christelle person? And ever since then, I kind of locked into her. But she was one of those ones where I was like, is she one of those girls that wants to just wear the tracksuits and kind of do the tomboy thing? But I think she's got a different side to her, which is a bit more feminine. So maybe we might see her get into that, not specifically Cardi B type bag, but you know, that kind of female rappers that are like a Nicki Minaj type vibe, maybe, but not quite an Ice Spice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested to see where she goes. And she's only young. She's like 19, 20, so she's got plenty of time in the game. What about your boy Gets? I know he's gearing up for a new album, so I haven't listened to any of this new stuff.
Oh yeah, Gets has that new single.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Well, there was a couple. I know we're like there's so much we can talk about, but yeah, Gets was one I was going to talk about. New album in January as well. Do we like that single? I mean,
I'm waiting.
I did get a bit of like Mozambique vibe.
It's not Mozambique though. That's the issue.
No,
it's got the same feature.
Yeah, I didn't mean that necessarily like a positive way. It was like it's still hard. It's still good, but it was like it felt again a little bit like, oh, this worked before. Let's do that again, and it wasn't quite on that level. But maybe like within the context of the album, because Mozambique elevated. I loved Mozambique as a single, but when we heard it in the album, when it came on after Fine Wine, whew,
yeah, it does
still
kind of have filler
moments.
track vibes though.
Oh really?
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's not this.
Well, like I said, I haven't listened to it yet. But if no one's got nothing good to say, then just hold your opinions. Because for me, Gets his last album, it makes me know that the next album's going to be fantastic. Like he's onto something.
It's true. 100%.
What did he say on the album? My best years are ahead of me. I believe him, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's on some stuff. Right, we need to kind of. I was going to say we need to kind of I don't know, just give one sentence reactions to the singles, because there's some of the honourable mentions that I really, really want to talk about.
Well, yeah. We don't have to talk about all the singles. I mean, the last one. I mean, I know Scraps, who's fairly popular, is dropping some singles. You know,
Bomb.
featuring a lot of Nines projects. We'll see what happens there. But the UK tracks that we all enjoyed was Nux did it's got a collab with, was it Larry June and was it Kenny Beats as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Larry June and KB, that was fire. Yeah, no,
yeah.
I like that. That was
That was nice to see as well, man.
Highlight.
Yeah.
But let's there's some other projects to come back to those. I know. I mean, I admittedly I haven't really sat with it, but Doja Cat was one that everyone was enjoying. Right?
She has dropped an album
Yeah,
that is probably going to be my album of the year. She has made a great project here. I don't know how everyone else feels, but for me, there's rapping, there's singing, there's vibes, there's sing-alongs. You know what I mean? It's a really, really strong project for me.
I think it's one of the best pop rap albums we've heard in since don't even know since when. Like it's executed so well,
and there's so many experimental moments on here as well. That Demon song is ooh. Do you know what I mean?
What's all that about? Yeah, what's all that about, the demon stuff?
She's just I don't know. She's on some Illuminati shit, but I'm kind of with it for a little second. You know what I'm saying?
Who cares? The music sounds good. That's all I'm caring about.
The music's fantastic, and
the beats are banging.
Oh god,
yeah.
Her punchlines and her tone and how I just think she's brilliant.
The presence,
the way she's just on this,
on that Paint the Town Red song, the presence on that track is crazy. Brilliant. The way she's riding that beat and speaking with confidence, you don't hear many.
But for me, it's the way she says certain words. Like don't say bitch a lot, but the way she says bitch, man, I'm like Jesus. I'm like, God damn,
what I said.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, just standing on what you're saying and just going through it. I flipping love it.
I'll tell you one thing though, that song Agora Hills, wow. Wow, that is
amazing.
That's like, do you know what it is for me about that? That's like that cross between that hyper pop sound that I like quite a lot, where people are rapping on them kind of fun, spacey beats that are like, you know, sped up almost, and then just that really interesting kind of pockets of singing, like sing rap. Don't know. I wish I had a lot more to say about this album, but I'll be honest. If you're a rap fan, go listen to Doja Cat. Her new album, Paint the Town Red is hard, Demons is hard. If you like that little not little Yachty, what's his name, little Uzi type stuff. And Agora Hills is good if you want to just chill. Huh?
Kieran's talking about that CASISDEAD album, I think.
Oh, does he say wet vagina? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I did.
Wet vagina.
Of course, you'd like that one. You're disgusting. Do you know what?
About the filthy one.
Go on.
I was going to say, what about Wayne? Wayne dropped a project.
Right, can I get my bit out of the way first, yeah? This album's horrible. I think it's rubbish, and I don't know what you lot are talking about. That's it. I'm going to mute myself now, because that's all I wanted to say.
Wait, you talking about Wayne?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was Sam, I'm not even joking. I got hyped and then I listened to it. I was like, what the hell is this? I never turned
rubbish.
back to it again.
I could not listen to it. I was trying to listen to it. I wanted to like it, and I was like, what are these lot listening to?
Rein it in, man. Rein it in.
Nah, you lot drink the
It's just a
Kool-Aid.
fix, isn't it? It's a fix.
No.
He needs to be
fix
fixed.
before the way, but honestly, there was a fix, and I was like, no, I'm done after one listen. I know I should listen more, but I couldn't go back to that.
You got your fix.
Tell me if I'm wrong. There's only one song I liked on that whole thing, and that's the one with Fouché. That's because I didn't know Fouché could rap. The rest of it's trash.
Leave it. Leave it. There's 4 good tracks on it that I still go back to.
The rest should go in the bin.
Listen, look, it was. I thought it was cool. I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't go back to it really, but yeah, it is what it is.
Compared to the other stuff he dropped, how is any of this any good?
But this is, you got to think in like, let's try and think in positive ways, innit? Because he's hyped us up with good features. I'm not saying think of this project positively, but like he's just getting this out there so that what he's got left over is going to be good. It's not going to be like a Drake kind of situation. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to feel positive about it. I'm not trying to lose hope yet.
I'll listen to Lil Wayne's next project, but I'm just keeping it 100 of you lot. When I listened to this project, I was like, what are these men talking about? I almost stopped listening to it, and then the Fouché track made me go, oh, okay, I'll listen to the end then. I'm nearly at the end. I might as well listen to the rest of it. But that project was a tough half an hour of listening.
Oh,
Oh, I feel exactly the same. Honestly, I stuck with it, but I was like, I'm not enjoying this at all.
What are we
I knocked it
missing,
off.
Sean? You
I've
seem
not
like
gone back.
we've missed a trick here. What did we miss that?
I'll go back to it if you think that is decent.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to be respectful because it's Wayne, but
Oh, please.
it came and went for me. To me, it was a bit like what Kieran said. It was just like, I guess he's just trying to get some stuff out there, like, dust off cobweb. I don't know what it is. Like, it's been a while since he's had a project come out, and I know we get a lot of features, but just needed to put something out there to do us over until the next big one comes out, I guess. But yeah, it came and went for me. I wasn't really sitting with it. I mean, when did it come out again? It was
A month
It was
ago.
the same. Oh no, it was 29th. When it was the same weekend as Armand Hammer. So, like, to me, it only came and went for me because I was just so into that album, the Armand Hammer one, that I just didn't. I didn't have the headspace for Wayne. So maybe if I went back and listened, I'd see it the same way that you and Theo are, but maybe it's best not to, based on the way you react.
I wanted to like it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I really, really wanted to like it, but
Yeah, I went in thinking this was going to be fire, and then I came out of it just thinking, what the hell have I just listened to in this last half an hour?
yeah.
It could have been an EP.
just gonna say I'll say it how it is.
I
Yeah,
think if we just did an EP, it would have felt a bit better.
Yeah.
What about Westside Gunn?
See, now
Then you pray for
that
me.
project, that project is fantastic. My main issue with it is it's too long. And there's a lot of things that I don't want to listen to on there, but I have to listen to it because otherwise it feels weird.
I'm struggling to even return to that project. It was a slog.
I'm just listening to the Stove God song. I'm listening to Kitchen Lights because I just like saying under kitchen lights. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm
hard.
on.
yeah.
That's a good one.
That's
So
pretty
good,
much
man. That guy is amazing.
that's pretty much detox at this point for me. Like, when is that next project coming from Stove God? Please.
Nah, I don't think he's got it in it, man.
Please.
I don't think he's got it. He's one of
Well,
the
do you know,
people
like, I'm
that
saying that as I sound mad entitled, like whatever. Like I'm grateful for what we get from him, but at the same time, I'm saying it from someone that just thinks he's special, isn't it? Like,
he's
that
fantastic.
Reasonable Drought album and all these features. It's just like, surely he's cooking up something.
But Stove God is on this album so much that I don't feel like I'm missing Stove God, if that makes sense. Like, he's on here, 4 or 5 times?
Same as that 10 album from Westside as well. He was just all over that too.
Yeah. Maybe he's just more comfortable
getting enough.
chilling on someone else's track. Maybe he needs that direction and he hasn't, you know what I mean? He hasn't been inspired enough. But yeah, Westside Gunn's album for me was a great little moment. But you're right. I haven't really returned to it because I can't commit to listen to the whole thing again because it's so long.
Do you know what? Like, there's two things for me. Partly, again, it coincided with one of my favorite artists right now dropping, Mike, that maybe we'll get to in a minute. But the other thing with Westside is, and this happens sometimes, when an artist kind of implies or even outright says, I'm retiring, and just gives you that impression that the output's going to drop, and then suddenly you get more music. I don't know. To me, it always feels a bit odd. Like, and I don't know whether that's playing a part in the music. There's just something it's not the same as what it was a couple of years ago, or at least when we got like Pray for
Because
Paris,
this is
where
a
it really
finely
felt like
crafted audio garment. Didn't you hear that part, Sean? It's different.
But do you know what? I'll be honest with you. When that intro came in, I was getting. It felt like a moment. It felt like, oh, we are in for
Exactly.
something. But like you said, it's too long. Like, if it got chopped down, maybe the whole thing I just said there about retirement and all that wouldn't even be.
I need a
thing, but
Kieran
it just,
edit, to be honest. I know there's one out there. The edit by K.
Kieran, give us the edit.
I need to return to this project.
Yeah.
But the last sort of project or projects that I wanted to talk about, I mean, we're talking about artists that are dropping 2 albums in a year. My man Mike dropped 2 albums in a month, man. Jesus Christ, this guy's... And he's dropping every year as well. Has anyone got to the Mike Wiki and Alchemist project or Mike's latest solo?
The Wiki one, I was listening to like a third, but then I don't know if I actually wanted to listen to Wiki. I said it, and I said in the group, "Oh, Wiki sounds kind of good," but I still don't know if I'm trying to listen to a Wiki project.
I think his voice has got an acquired taste.
But the solo one is actually, it's a journey. Like all of Mike's albums, though, they're all
I was
like.
going to say, I'm not really a big
essentially.
Mike fan. I've only really listened to the few bits that Sean sent in. and the stuff he's done with Earl. So the only song I've heard from this new project is the Wings one. Please don't cut my wings or something.
Yeah.
So anytime that I'm seeing Earl, I want to listen to Earl, and by proxy, I'm listening to Mike. And you already know how I feel about what he did on the whole album.
Just skip centuries.
Yeah.
That is
I think Mike's
so.
music's really like, I can't explain it, but like I put it on and it almost feels like I've got the radio on and like different songs are coming on because he grabs samples or like like soundscapes from different areas, and then when he starts rapping, it's like, oh, but it's gelling everything together still. Every project feels like that, but none of them feel the same as well. I can't explain it. His music's different.
Do you know what? I'm not going to push it like with Billy Woods. I'm not going to push it too much, but one day it's going to click for everyone. Mike is special, man. There's some. Do you know? Someone said something really interesting in the group chat about Travis and the new album and how it sounded like Kanye, but then one of you was like, "Oh, but wasn't Kanye like kind of getting inspiration from Travis back then around the Yeezus time?"
I think that was just me, Kieran, and Theo having one of our rare moments where we're all in the group chat at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Someone was talking about that, and I felt it was really interesting. And I feel the same way about Mike and Earl. I feel like I often refer to Earl as one of the most influential rappers, and saying that there's a lot of Earl babies out there. And I used to think Mike was one of those, but then I realized that, and I did do a little bit of reading into it as well, that Earl kind of gravitated towards Mike and his crew, and it's kind of why some rap songs sounds the way it does, because he was very heavily influenced by him and that crew. And I get that from here, where I'm like, yeah, Mike sounds a lot like Earl, but his own artist, but sounds a lot like him. But I think that the reason why Earl's got to where he has is because of him as well, like from an inspirational standpoint.
You're saying he pushed him, this type thing.
Yeah. It's like it was exactly. But the thing with Mike for me is, and this is, I can't wait until it does click for everyone, where we all start. It sounds like Kieran's very much on his way to really appreciating Mike, but his voice is almost like an instrument. I've never heard someone be so like strict with schemes and like hitting the same syllables or rhymes at the same part of each bar. It's almost like his voice is a drum. It's like percussion. It's like once you start to hear it, it's like, oh my god, he just keeps going. It's the same scheme throughout the whole verse, and he does it all the time. And from a technical standpoint, he is honestly one of the best right now. But because he's got such a laid back style and it's lo-fi as hell, it all sounds a bit rough and a bit lazy. But it's not, man. The guy's pen is. He said, "There's war in my pen." He's not wrong, man.
Do you know what he's saying when he's rapping, though? Like, I kind of get lost in the loop he creates of his rhymes.
You have to. Do you know what? It's one of those ones where it's not quite like Armand Hammer, where you really have to just, for the whole experience, you just have to give your full focus to it. With this, the sonics of it, like you said, it's almost like having the radio, and you can just, because it's quite soulful and it's laid back, but in terms of like what he's saying, you do have to pay attention, because it's got that kind of stream of consciousness style. It's very autobiographical. Like it's not easy to follow in that sense, but it's not like as dense as say a Billy Woods or an Elusive, where they're talking about crazy intellectual stuff that's just beyond me. But I love Mike, man. He's actually like right now, like talking like this year, I've got Woods, Earl and Mike. That's my 3 favorite rappers right now. I love them all. I'm glad we got a little bit of that in there.
Can I say something about Earl, actually? Yeah. About him dropping that project on Spotify and changing it. Yeah. Does anyone feel like the project's better now? I know that there's certain tracks that were sick that are missing, but...
that Caliphate song? Oh my god.
When Caliphate hits on the sequencing,
Caliphate
it's
is ridiculous. On Spotify raps, that might be my number 1 track. Honestly, I couldn't stop playing it. I think it will be my number 1.
It's an addictive track, and
it's ridiculous.
I'm so glad it's like a 5-minute track. Like, you just get sucked into this weird world. One of Alchemist's best beats I've ever heard, probably, because of just the way it's making you feel. But it also bangs like a banger. So it's crazy. Yeah.
I know what you mean, Kieran. There is a bit more. I don't know if it's cohesion. I'm not sure if that's the right word. But although one of the 2 songs that aren't on there anymore, like, were kind of my favorites, I think.
I know. But think about it this way: like, when you listen to this new version, don't you feel like the album makes more sense for some reason? It just feels less like. Do you know we had those criticisms before? Like, oh, there's no highlight tracks. I feel like now there is. The 2 highlight tracks for me are actually the Vince tracks. Them 2 Vince tracks are mad.
Yeah, well, do you know what was confusing to me when I was listening to it on Spotify? I was like, "Is this song new?" And I didn't want to come in a group chat and say, "Yo, what about that new one?" I didn't want to sound like I missed something because the way the Gala thing was messing up, I didn't know whether I missed it or do you know what I mean? Like, I, was just, I didn't know.
So true.
But yeah, Vince is one of my favorite rappers, and I'm really kind of in a weird place with him because he's dropped what I deem to be a classic, an amazing album with the self-titled album, but. Yeah, Ramona Park didn't really hit like I thought it would for me, and I don't know if the next project will catch me.
It was actually a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say disappointing. It just I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think disappointing might be a stretch because street. What the hell was I trying to say? A reach. Because I know what you mean. It's not.
CASISDEAD has been doing on
flipping. It wasn't as good as the self-titled album. I do admit that, but I think it was decent in places. Though there was still, I was still coming to that project last year.
He don't disappoint, and to see him, back with Earl or doing stuff with Earl is fantastic. Because for someone like Earl to want you on his stuff means that you're clearly doing something right. You know what I mean? Because Earl's very picky. He's one of those rappers that's an artist, but also has a bit of like a like an introvert. So he doesn't really mess with many people.
It's cool that like we know that they collaborated a lot in the early days, and then Earl went off in a different direction. I guess Vince has done different stuff too, but to see them still come back together and make music, and rumor has it, it's not even a rumor actually. They've spoke about it quite outspokenly that Vince and Alchemist have got a project, and I don't know.
That would be crazy because the Kenny Beats project was mad.
Yeah. Listen, quick one, random. What's that song we loved off of that album? Take Me Home.
Yeah.
Little 1-2 punch you. Listen to Take Me Home and then NYC Tap Water off of Maps back to back. Trust me.
Okay. Suggestions from DJ Sean.
Well, I know we've been on a while. We're coming to the end. Shall I just reel off some singles and if any of them?
I just want to say this about the Lil Yachty thing real quick. I told you guys from time Lil Yachty is a rapper. I just
you actually did. To be fair, Sam, you were repping him from that TD track.
So that's all I want to say. I don't want to talk about it any more than that. I said it for a long time. Lil Yachty can rap
because he's had a really hard. I love that album he dropped early this year, and this single's crazy.
Yeah,
I still need to get to it, but yeah.
Go on, reel off the list.
The Cole feature's hard though as well, isn't it? The Cole features.
Yeah,
that's different levels. Maybe one of his best features.
Yeah.
Quick fire round.
Danny Brown, Tanto.
Hard. That's real messy.
That's a really good track.
Video. That song gives me some strange energy. I don't know. I'm waiting for the project more so than anything now.
Sam, I thought that song would be for you.
It was very off kilter. That guitar was making me feel odd.
I thought you liked it, didn't you?
I did like it, but I'm just saying. I was just like, where does this sit? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, whoa.
Oh yes. Meddling in them dark arts. That song. Okay. Nicki Minaj, Last Time I Saw You.
I love this track.
She's gearing up for a project, so I'm waiting.
Some good pop shit.
I can't say it.
Timbaland, Nelly Furtado, and Justin Timberlake keep going up.
Not listening to that.
I haven't heard that yet.
I heard this one in the shop the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually a banger." I don't know. There's something kind of cute about it. I feel like it's for us when we grew up listening to it.
I saw a video of Justin Timberlake dancing the other day. It looked like he was out of breath. I was like, "Nah." I'm actually done.
Oh no.
And Joe, this is a real throwback. No, this is a real throwback. Yeah, but back in the day, there used to be this radio station called Choice FM, which became, I think, Capital Extra or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And they said the day after Nelly Furtado came in, they said that she smelt bad, and again, that just ruined Nelly Furtado for me. They said she had BO, and I was like, oh no. So shit. Yeah, two out of 3 of the people on this track, I just have poor opinions of them, and they're really vain reasons. But yeah, so Justin Timberlake danced on TikTok, he looked out of breath, and apparently Nelly Furtado has BO. So boy,
oh no,
I can't listen to this.
Speechless.
Does it make you feel queasy when on that? What's that old song, the classic there, where is it Justin says, "I'm going to touch you in all the right areas"? Like that's.
Nah, I like old Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake when he was. Justin Timberlake's hard, yeah. Don't get that twisted. I got 2 Justin Timberlake albums that are crazy, but.
No, but he's talking to Nelly Furtado, isn't it? Like, we're talking about some stinky areas. Okay. Anyway. Do you know what? Though I'm joking. I'm actually messing around. I all good. But I was in a club in Amsterdam last month.
Yeah.
And that old, is it Carry Out? Is that what the song was called?
Yeah.
it popped off. Of
course it
Everyone
does.
was going mad still.
Timbaland's got too many classics.
Yeah, Timbaland knows what to do.
Crazy.
Even in the pop realm.
Wait, can I say this? I don't know if it's too early to say this. There's a project that I don't remember who's working on it, but it's being exec produced by Pharrell, Timbaland, and Swiss Beats. Whose project is that?
Whose project is this, man? What's this?
Give me a.
You can't be
give me a
saying that
second.
and just leave it.
I was ready to
What's
go
that?
bed.
Swiss Beats and Timbaland. Who is it?
Right, well, whilst you look that up, Cardi B, and
Busta
Megan Thee
Rhymes.
Stallion.
Busta Rhymes' new album.
Busta.
Busta Rhymes.
Whoa.
It's called Blockbuster. Yeah.
His last album was quite good as well.
Yeah,
you know?
Sorry,
He was-
that
he was
just popped into
sounding-
my head
He
because
was
you talk about
decent.
Timbaland. Yeah, Busta Rhymes is about to drop a banger of a project, I reckon.
That sounded like a classic already.
3 of the best producers in the game.
Okay, mad. Well, look. Speaking of that, I feel like we've covered a lot. There's other singles out there. If we missed anything, like I don't know.
I'm going to post
know
this
how
whole
you-
list in the show
I'm-
notes. I'm not going to
didn't
lie,
work.
Sean. We have to give your research away
No,
because
we covered.
because
Yeah,
there's a
we
lot
covered
here.
we covered
You know.
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
I'll just correct myself. J Rock had that hard single Blowfly with
Yeah,
Absol.
thank you.
was
Never,
good. I take back what I
yeah,
said.
you can't talk bad on my name, on his name, man. Eastside
Okay.
Johnny doing it.
Oh, my name, no.
I know.
Theo
Got too
is-
far.
Theo is J Rock in disguise.
Theo's at home, like,
How you becoming
Rapping.
J Rock?
Theo's like looking in the mirror, rapping the bloodiest every day. Oh shit!
My name is my name.
Right, let's try and sign this one off. But yeah, realistically, there's been a lot of stuff that came out. Obviously, we haven't done that many release recaps, but yeah, we've covered a lot. The whole list of things that we think is worth listening to or talking about will be in the show notes. And if you're on Spotify, please talk in the polls. Like, we gave up on the Discord, and you motherfuckers aren't even talking in the fucking, you know what I mean, Spotify thing. And this is the problem, yeah. If you're all the way this far into the episode, yeah, if you're an hour and whatever minutes in, just do it. Just say hi. We'll talk back to you.
Just say hi.
We used to like that odd argument on YouTube. Do you remember?
Oh no.
Oh, that was funny.
Hey, this is Sean, and thanks for listening to another episode of The Grey Area. Are you an upcoming artist, critic, journalist, or content creator? Hit us up on our Discord or in our YouTube comments if you want to share new music, take part in an interview, or are interested in collaborating. Links to these can be found in the show notes. Take care.